throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Off play action. McLeod. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receiver.
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 2-6 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. McLeod working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hensley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off the play fake. McLeod. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Complete to Likely. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A toss right to Henry. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's going deep for Bateman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw from his end zone. McLeod. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Looking to throw. McLeod. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Henry up the middle. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing to start the drive. McLeod.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Now after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Operating from the gun, McLeod. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll run on first down. Hensley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 44 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And just shutting him off there.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A first down carry for Henry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
23 yards the pickup there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
In motion left, Bateman.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Complete, it's Dodson.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
78 yards.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Browns are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Down the right sideline. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for two scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
On target to his man, Likely.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now back to throw.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
David Ojabo running in to take him down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Operating from the gun, McLeod. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
19 Lions. Hurt. Check. Hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, McLeod.
And he will have the Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Dragon 60. Set. Warrior 70. 18 back. 18 back. Check out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.